Hello and welcome again. Welcome to a new edition of Vaughan and Vivo. Okay, English time is here again. Y no sé cómo puedes fumar tanto. I don't know how you can smoke so much. Come on. How many packs a day do you smoke? How many packs a day do you smoke? 2 packs a day. How long have you been smoking that much? For 27 years. How old were you when you started smoking? 14. How old was your father when he died? He's still alive. How old is your father? 91? How old was your mother when she died? She's still alive. How old is she? 91 too. Oh? How old were your grandparents when they died? 2 of them are still alive? How old are they? 103 and 104. Wow. Your family has a lot of longevity. Yeah, you have good genes. Buenos genes. Maybe you'll live a long time. Now, does your mother and father smoke? They smoke. They still smoke. And your grandparents too? Okay, well. No sé cómo puedes fumar tanto, pero I don't know how you can smoke so much. But perhaps it doesn't matter in your particular case, but in most cases it matters. Sí que importa. It matters in most cases. Okay. Déjame ponerte un ejemplo. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Te doy un ejemplo. Te pongo un ejemplo. Se dice te pongo. Yo siempre digo te doy. Because in English we give examples. We don't put examples. We give examples. Si quieres que te ponga un ejemplo, te daré un ejemplo in English. If you want me to give you an example, I'll give you an example. Would you like an example of the passive voice? Okay. America was discovered by Columbus. That's the passive voice. The active voice is Columbus discovered America. Probably in the case of Columbus, I would prefer the passive voice. America was discovered by Christopher Columbus. Don Quixote de la Mancha was written by Miguel de Cervantes. Okay? The active voice is less, well, it's perhaps a little too active. Miguel Cervantes wrote Don Quixote. Christopher Columbus discovered America, which is perfectly correct. But in any case, te estoy poniendo ejemplos. I'm giving you examples. Y hay una expresión en castellano que se oye a diario. Te pongo un ejemplo. Te pongo un ejemplo. Te pongo un ejemplo. Por ejemplo, usar un micrófono en los programas de inglés. Bueno, mira, te pongo un ejemplo. El otro día, okay, this expression, te pongo un ejemplo, in English is always, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Literalmente, permíteme que te dé un ejemplo. En inglés los ejemplos se dan, no se ponen. Ahora en castellano, dais ejemplo también, pero eso es otra cosa. No es dar un ejemplo, es dar ejemplo. Tienes que dar ejemplo delante de tu gente. You have to set an example. Cuando es dar ejemplo, María Eugenia, you're the general manager of your company. Y como gerente general, tienes que dar ejemplo. Okay, María Eugenia. As the general manager, not like, okay. Como director general o gerente, as the general manager of your company, you have to set an example in front of your people. You have to set a good example. Let me give you an example. Te pongo un ejemplo de cómo hay que dar ejemplo. Let me give you an example about how you need to set an example. All right. Déjame ponerte un ejemplo. Let me give you an example. Esa música, ¿lo oyes? Can you hear it? ¿Lo oyes? Can you hear it? ¿La oyes? Can you hear it? Siempre can con hear. ¿Me ves? ¿Me ves bien? Am I okay for the camera? Can you see me? Can you see the microphone on my left? Can you see the cup on my right? Is it in your field of vision? Field of vision. Can you see the background? Okay. Can you see my eyebrows okay? Can you see my shirt? Okay. Can you? Cuando sí o hear. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Okay. Listen. Can you hear the music? Lo oyes bien. Can you hear it? I can hear it. Esa música es de cuando yo era joven. That music was when I was young. A long time ago. Before you were born. Before you were born. That music I'm hearing. Can you hear it? She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the #1 hit in 1964. The #1 song in 1964 was She Loves You by the Beatles. And that was on the charts, #1 for 7 consecutive weeks in the United States. Okay, She Loves You. Y esa música es cuando yo era joven. That music was when I was young. When I was young. Yeah. Okay, ¿dónde has estado? María Eugenia, ¿dónde has estado? Where have you been? This TV show hasn't been the same without you. I've noticed. No crees que no me doy cuenta. Don't think I don't realize when you're watching and when you're not watching. I can tell. I know when you're watching me and I know when you're not. And all the rest of you, I know if you're watching me or if you're not watching me. And in addition, yes, más. In addition, I know when you're watching me carefully and when you're not really paying too much attention. I know. So you better watch out, okay? Because I'm making a list. I'm making a list. And I'm checking it twice. And I'm going to make sure what students are good and what students aren't good, okay? What students are bad and what students are nice, okay? Yeah. And so I know, especially in your case, María Eugenia, I know. I can tell. I can tell. Lo percibo. I can tell. Y dónde has estado últimamente? Where have you been lately? Where have you been? I've been expecting you every day. Every time this program starts, every time the cameras come on and shine on me, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the other side of the camera, and you're not there. Lately, you haven't been there. Con lately uso el presente perfecto. No estás ahí. Últimamente no has estado ahí, se dice. Lately, you haven't been there. And my heart sinks when I don't see you. And it's a lot harder for me to give this show, to teach this class, when I realize that you're not watching. So María Eugenia, please, watch from now on, okay? It makes my heart flutter just to watch you, to know you're there watching me, and it gives me power, it gives me strength. Yeah, just went in. ¿Dónde has estado? Where have you been? Everybody has been worried about you. Don't you realize the repercussions of your actions? You can't just disappear just like that, así por las buenas, just like that, así por las buenas. No puedes desaparecer el mapa, así por las buenas. You can't simply disappear from the face of the earth, just like that, de la faz de la tierra, from the face como cara. You can't disappear from the face of the earth just like that. You should tell somebody where you're going. The other day I called your secretary at least 3 times yesterday. In the past 3 weeks, I've called her probably 10 times. And I imagine other people have been calling her as well. And the poor girl doesn't know what to say. And I say, Marta, may I speak to María Eugenia? And poor Marta, she's not here. Still not there? Where is she? I don't know. She didn't tell me where she was going. So listen, María Eugenia, the next time you decide to disappear from the face of the earth, tell us what planet you're going to, okay? So we can contact you if we need you. You're the general manager of this company. This company can't run very long without you here. So please tell somebody where you're going when you decide to go somewhere, okay? ¿Dónde has estado últimamente? Where have you been? Where have you been lately? Where have you been? Where have you been? Hemos estado buscándote. We've been looking for you. We've been looking all over the place for you. All over the place. We've been looking high and low. We've been looking under every stone. Next time, tell somebody, okay? Avísame a mí la próxima vez. Let me know where you're going, okay? It's common courtesy. It's the least you can do. Es lo mínimo que puedes hacer. It's the least. Escrito least. It's the least you can do is to tell me, come on, I'm your husband. Tell me where you're going, all right? And don't just disappear. Everybody's been calling me and saying, Richard, we're looking for your wife. She's the general manager of this organization. We have an important meeting tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, and we don't know if she's going to show up or not. And what am I supposed to tell them? I'm sure she'll be there on time. I mean, I know my wife, she's very punctual, but I had no idea where you were. Next time, tell me where you're going, okay? Let me know. Avísame. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And if I go somewhere, I'll let you know. I'll let you know beforehand. Beforehand. If I'm planning to go somewhere, I'll let you know beforehand. Before is delante. O ante. Hand is mano. De antemano. Te haré saber de antemano dónde pienso y dónde voy a ir. I'll let you know beforehand where I'm planning to go. All right? I won't do to you what you have done to me. I won't. Futuro. Negativo en futuro. I won't simply disappear just like that without saying anything to anybody. O bien, without telling anybody anything. Without saying anything to anybody, without telling anybody anything. Ambos valen. Okay, so the next time, let me know, let me know. Espera hasta que el teléfono deje de sonar, ¿vale? Wait until the telephone stops ringing, okay? Then you act, okay? I will call you. I will dial your number when I see Johnson walking down the street. If he goes into your entrance to your building, I will hang up. If he doesn't, I'll continue letting the telephone ring until finally it naturally stops. But when I see him coming down the street, I'll call your house to warn you, okay? And I'll let the telephone ring and I'll hang up if he walks into the entrance to the building. So, deja que el teléfono suene. Let the telephone ring. Y si deja de sonar, if it stops ringing, that means that Johnson is coming to your house. So you need to be ready and to stand behind the door to catch him by surprise, okay? But wait until the telephone stops ringing. En castellano utilizáis el subjuntivo. Esperas que el teléfono deje de sonar. En inglés no, usamos el indicativo. Espera que el teléfono deja de sonar. So wait until the telephone stops. Mucho S aquí. Wait until the telephone stops ringing, okay? All right. Estás buscando algo que no existe. En inglés en poco tiempo, I'm sorry, you're looking for something that simply doesn't exist. Exist. Pronunciación. Este X de exist, all right? Tiene un sonido de Z en inglés. Exist. You're looking for something that doesn't exist. A fast track to English? Sorry, my friend. Una pista rápida se dice en inglés. Un atajo para conseguir el inglés. A fast track. A shortcut. Un corto corte es lo que decimos en inglés. Shortcut. A shortcut. In order to learn English, you have to go. You start here. You're a beginner, okay? You see? You start here. And you need to go here. And then you need to go down here. Then you need to go here. And then you need to come here. And then you know English well. Now, a shortcut is to go here and like that. Then to continue here, go like that. Yeah, that's a shortcut. We say to cut corners. Because that's trampa. To cut corners. To cut corners is if this is the route to English, and you go like this, you cut this corner here. That's unfair. That's illegal. Okay? You have to go here. And you want me to offer you a shortcut to improve English. I can't give you a shortcut. I can't give you a shortcut. I can motivate you to find shortcuts yourself. The only person who can find shortcuts to English is you. I can't even show you shortcuts. There's only one shortcut. Personal effort. Okay? Personal effort is the only shortcut. And you can change it. You can work here and then go like this, no problem. But it has to be your decision by using your brain and using your effort. And you can find a shortcut to English. All right, aprenderemos este proceso paso a paso. We'll learn this process step by step, slowly and surely, step by step. We'll learn this process. Okay, the process of creating an English teaching class, a class to learn English on television. It wasn't a long process, it was a very quick process. But it was a step-by-step process in making everything sure and getting everything ready to teach English on TV. Okay? It wasn't so difficult. There's nothing really difficult in life. If you use your mind and you use your strong will and you make an effort, nothing's very difficult. Okay, déjame que te guíe yo, a través de los primeros pasos. Let me guide you through the first steps. To learn English, you need to go this way, and then you need to go between the microphone and the books. Then you need to go around the top of the book, back down between the cup and the books, and then in this direction. That's the way. Let me guide you through the steps that you need to take. Let me guide you. Let me lead you. Pero lead is guiar dirigiendo. To guide is guiar a través, sin el liderazgo implícito en el verbo to lead. Let me guide you through the dark jungle of the English language. It's not so difficult. You simply need to have a good teacher and to be motivated. Y van juntos. If you have a good teacher, normally you're motivated. Okay, había incluso uno para ti, eh? There was even one for you. I couldn't believe it. There was a chocolate pie for me, a strawberry meringue pie for Pepe, and there was a lemon meringue pie for you. There was even a pie for you. It had your name on it. Inés said, toma. Inés has a pie. And what kind of pie does Inés have? A lemon meringue. Those are delicious pies. Había incluso uno para ti. There was even one for you. There was one for me. There was one for Juan Luis. There was one for Marta, the realizadora. And there was even one for Julio. Can you believe it? Julio. There was even one for Julio. I couldn't believe it. After what he did to me and to the other people, they made a pie for Julio. Okay? So there was even one for you. Even, incluso. Even también son números pares. 2, 4, 6, 8 are even numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7 or odd numbers. Odd numbers and even numbers. Pero es mucho más importante even como incluso ni siquiera. Nadie fue a la fiesta, ni siquiera el anfitrión. Nobody went to the party. Not even the host. Can you believe it? Not even the organizer showed up for the event. There were only 12 people at the cocktail party. The cocktail party was originally organized for over 100 people, but only 12 people turned up. Only 12 people showed up. Not even the organizer showed up. Can you believe it? All right. Because the cocktail party was organized before the scandal broke out. And at least 30 or 40% of the people invited to the cocktail party were involved in the scandal. So it's logical that a lot of people didn't show up for the cocktail party, all right? And not even the organizer and host showed up because he's right in the middle of the scandal of corruption. And so I'm not surprised that the cocktail party was a failure. For me, it wasn't. I showed up. I went to the cocktail party. I hate cocktail parties, my God. But because I was invited and because I accepted the invitation, it was a question of courtesy. I always honor my commitments. I respeto mis compromisos. Honro, decimos en inglés, mis compromisos. And I made a commitment. No se dice compromise en inglés. Se dice commitment cuando es un compromiso. And I always honor my commitments. And I told the organizer, Pepe, I said, listen, I'll be there. And he said, great. You're becoming so famous as an English teacher. Everybody wants to meet you. I said, yeah, okay, fine, all right. I'll smile. I promise that I will smile and not drink too much and be a civilized person and chat with everybody, okay? Maybe I won't be the life of the party or the cocktail party, but I will behave well, like a gentleman and like a social animal, okay? And so I went to the party. I went to the cocktail party. But because the scandal broke out, the famous scandal, you remember the scandal? Yeah. The scandal broke out. Curioso, como un brote de cólera. An outbreak, to break out. A cholera epidemic broke out in, I don't know, in Cairo last year. Ahora bien, los escándalos estallan igual que los brotes de cólera, por ejemplo, pueden estallar en un lugar determinado. And the scandal broke out 2 days ago, and at least 40% of the people invited to the cocktail party were involved in this corruption scandal, and now they have a lot of problems defending themselves in court. But not me. I'm an English teacher, okay? English teachers, it's impossible for an English teacher to be involved in a scandal. Teachers simply don't earn enough money or are not politically important enough to be involved in any scandals. So me, I'm scandal-free, okay? So I went to the party. I went to the cocktail party. And only 12 people showed up. Can you believe it? And not even, ni siquiera, not even the organizer and host, Pepe, showed up. He was probably too busy talking to his lawyer preparing his defense, okay? But there were only 12 people. And I was lucky because Margarita was there. Wow, she's a knockout. And so I spent the whole evening chatting with Margarita. And and so I was delighted that I had decided to go to the cocktail party. And because there were only 12 people, puesto que solo había 12 personas, since there were only 12 people, as there were only 12 people, because there were only 12 people, I had an opportunity to spend the whole evening talking with Margarita. Okay. And it had been a long time. I hadn't seen her in years, my God. And you know, she's like a good wine. She gets better with the years. She ages well. All right. So había incluso uno para ti. There was even one for you. Even. 2468, números pares, even numbers. 1357, números impares, odd numbers. Incluso Pepe estaba en contra del plan. Even Pepe was against the plan. Ni siquiera Manolo apoyaba el plan. Not even. Manolo supported the plan. Y luego, even is el desquite. Okay. All right, if you hit me in the nose and my nose starts bleeding, one of my options is to hit you in the nose and your nose starts bleeding. If you get angry, say, estamos en paz. We are even. Porque even significa nivelado. Even terrain, terreno nivelado. Okay? We are even. Stevens. Okay, we're even. We are even, estamos en paz. Me he desquitado. I have gotten even. My intention was to get even with you because you hit me in the nose. And so I hit you back in order to get even with you. And now we're even. Okay? I'm going to get even. That me ha hecho una faena ese tío, ahí, ese Pepe. Ahora voy a desquitarme. I'm going to get even. Yeah. He did something bad to me, and now I'm going to do something bad to him. That's to get even, to get revenge. La venganza, la dulce venganza. Sweet revenge, but revenge is a strong word. Revenge is like the Count of Monte Cristo. That's revenge. Now to get even is something small. Me has roto la taza, pues rompo la tuya. To get even. Ahora estamos en paz. Now we're even. Okay, falta una línea. Faltan dos frases más aquí. We still have 2 sentences left. We still have 2 sentences left. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish them. Y también falta una línea el informe. There's a line missing in the report. How is that possible? There's a line missing in the report. Well, it's very simple. The report is a translation from Spanish. The report is in English, and it's a translation from Spanish to English, and there's a line missing. And if you look at the Spanish original, toma, of course, you see these 2 sentences, one after the other. Both of the sentences, the first word is Manolo, which means the translator missed a line by accident, which seems strange to me because many translators don't reread their translations. They simply translate mechanically. Okay? So, well, anytime, it's time for a break. Is that right, Juan Luis? We have 5 minutes? Okay. 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. So be back in 5 minutes and we'll continue with Vaughan and Vivo. Okay?